This is my first ever PC build, and I already have questions. What if the parts don't fit?
Oh, what?
What if I bought the wrong ones?
This is just not fitting.
What if it doesn't even turn on? Well, we're about to find out.
I have two goals for this video. The first one, successfully build a PC and have it running on the first try. Ambitious? Yes. The second thing is to successfully play one game of Marvel Rivals tonight, meaning I can't take like 6 hours to build this thing. Having said that, recording makes it like twice as slow, so I need to get going. And yes, I am on the ground. I don't have much room in my professional office space. MSI power supply, Asus motherboard, 4070 Supers, AMD Ryzen 9700X, Samsung 990 2TB SSD, T-Create 2x 16GB RAM, AK620 CPU cooler, banned in the States for selling to Russian intelligence. Luckily, I'm Canadian. I don't know, gaming mouse. SteelSeries keyboard, NZXT H5 Flow 2024.
The first thing I have to do is plug in the power supply. This is to ground any static charge that I gain in the process, so I don't kill my computer. I got a little distracted by this, I don't know, it's kind of mesmerizing. Which is when this happened.
Why isn't that working? Isn't that fan supposed to be turning on? Oh, it probably doesn't need the fan.
Yeah, so the fan only turns on when it's needed. But now it was time to open up the motherboard.
Wow, that is scary.
After a little self-pep talk, it was time for
The next step is the one that comes after this.
more specifically to put in the CPU.
Really need to open that. Before I open up this thing, so I pop that with this. There's the triangle right there. Now this is the part I'm most scared about. Supposed to look to see if any are bent. None are. I'm so scared of touching this thing. Well, this is easy enough. I just place it there. Yep, that's definitely in. Close this. And it's in. I'm very scared that I somehow did something wrong, even though I didn't.
Or so I thought.
So this has to be put back in the case. The rest of the components. Okay, every time I'm done with one of these boxes, I get a little bit happier.
Budget gaming builds these days, and the Core i5
I don't need tutorials. I'm just... So, I'm supposed to read things. Before you proceed, maybe I should have read that first. Okay. Pretty sure the RAM, here we go. This is what I was looking for. B2 and A2 it recommends. They should be labeled somewhere. A2 and B2 are the gray ones. So yeah. I guess I need the RAM to actually put it in. I like that they all include these fancy little stickers with everything. I'm not gonna use any of them. I don't even have any RGB on this build, so I really could care less about stickers. Sue me. Don't, actually. I have no money after this. So what way does the RAM get put in? This is a question. And does it only fit in one way? I feel like it probably does. Yeah, it won't fit in that way. Well, that was a very satisfying double click. 2. Cool.
He's doing it.
Good work, Jaydin.
I'm so proud.
Next up, the SSD. How do I know this? Linus Tech Tip says so. I got the one with the heatsink, not by choice. I only really got this because it was actually $90 off on sale. So, yeah. My understanding is that this is already going to come with a heatsink. I don't know which one would be better to use, or do I use both of them? M2 and M2 slots. Oh, well, it says M2 right here. There's supposed to be another slot. Is this the other slot? Yeah, it is. This is the heatsink on top. This has to come off. I need a screwdriver. All right, there we go. We put this thingy in here. Oh, I'm shaking. Just like that. And it lines up here. Now mine has one of the little easy switch things, which you're just supposed to push until you cannot push anymore. I like how I say this like I know what I'm talking about. I don't. Do I put this over top of this again? Or would that be a problem? There is some adhesive. I've just done extremely scientific research.
You would not believe your eyes.
To find out, I do not need to use this motherboard SSD. So I'm going to carefully put it away. What's next? This next part is the other part that I'm kind of fearful for. because I am. All right, so they kind of got this packaged up nicely. It's like simple, but it's nice and effective. Holy cow. This is not coming off. And this is my illegal United States cooler, which is kind of, it's even cooler. First things first, I have to take these fans off, which can just be pulled off like so. Okay, I'm gonna remember what way these go. Am I? All right, you guys remember what way these go? They go this way. How will I know? Logo out and towards this logo. Logo eats logo. Yes, don't question my methodology. Ow, holy smokes, these things are sharp. You can expect only technical terminology from this video. Wow, that looks really nice.
Nice.
So this is what's gonna go bada ding on that thing. Only technical terminology. Now I have to get thermal paste.
Are you sure?
Oh, the bracket. I might need a bracket. As you can see, that is not going to work at all. I don't want to place this anywhere. I feel scared. Holy shipwreck. This has been going on for 10 minutes. I have to figure out what one fits. I assume the one that comes with it is the one that fits. Oh, I believe this is going to go like...
After reading the instructions, I learned I had to take out the pre-installed mount and replace it with the one meant for my CPU cooler.
If you see my hands shaking, it's because I'm scared. So let's go back, because we're not there yet. Calm down. You need to calm down. Where am I? Help, help, I'm stuck. Step bro. Now we gotta unscrew this. And we take these and throw them away. Don't do that. Is that the backside? No. Why would I say that? You might not see it, but I am constantly touching my power supply over here because I do not want to risk doing anything. Ever.
I'm super darn stressed.
Now we look for a bracket. Here we go. Brackets. What the heck kind of symbols? What does that even mean? Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. We need these tiny little pieces and they go in. No, that's not right. Maybe I need other things. Do these come out? There is other holes? No. What? It says these are G's. Are you a G? Oh, it even points to the CPU. And this is the CPU. It would go like this. Oh.
It was at this point that I thought the cooler was incompatible.
H is flat, ridge, flat. And if we're right, this should screw in. Yes, we're right. Good. Good job, everybody. That one. Screw this. You're doing great, everybody. This one, don't have to worry about static when I'm sweating. Now we need our G's. What's a G? Can't believe I'm asking that. How embarrassing. Oh, because it connects through the short range. Obviously. Context. E. Oh, I'm shaking. I can't even get it. An I is a little gumdrop button looking thing. Gumdrop buttons. Excellent. Great job, everyone. Saying that. It's actually just soothing myself. On YouTube. Okay, not too tight, just enough to know that it's there. Oh boy, okay, this is the last step. Now, this fits. I say with a question mark, it does fit. Before I do this, I'm going to get my thermal paste, take off the cap, and I'm going to make sure that's clean-ish. And it says to put a little pea-sized blob in the middle. That looks great. Remove before using, everyone. Oh, that's so shiny. Wow, it's so sticky. That's amazing. Does have it pointed with the logo facing the RAM. Logo facing the RAM. We are on, and we just have to screw it in. Where's my little guy here? Now we're gonna move over here. Just gonna bring it around town, people.
Bring it around town.
You know, the cool thing is that this video you're watching is edited on this PC and it's not even built yet. So something to think about. Or I completely failed and I had to edit this whole thing on my MacBook. Actually, no, I wouldn't do that because then I wouldn't have built the computer. God, I'm shaking. Hands of a surgeon, Dr. Strange after the accident.
See, I'm not getting any better.
Now I put the fans back on. If we remember my naming trick from earlier, we can go ahead and put this on. Logo out. First one in first. There's no reason that this is the first one. It's just going in first. So that looks great. Now we're gonna pull the thing, the levers. Oh, look at that. It's not flush. I think this is supposed to be over here. This came with a connection to wire these both together and plug them into the place where they get plugged into. I don't know where that is. I'm gonna look this up.
20 minutes later.
Once again, after very thorough investigation, I'm going to be plugging it into CPU fan. If it's not plugged into there, then that will be a problem. That's all we need to know. So we're gonna connect these connections like this. Hard to mess that up. Line it up with the things and just slide it in. I don't think I need a tag. Warranty void if removed. Okay, great. I'm gonna leave it on. And now it's getting put into CPU fan. In my case, it's gonna be this gray. Gray so far has seemed to indicate ideal, or, you know, pick that one. Bingo. Next up, you're supposed to test it and make sure it all runs good and smooth, but we're not gonna do that. We are going to assemble it and then test it. Next up is the case. We have to actually give this guy a home. Smooth like butter. Okay, the case. This is the case. First things first we have to do here, take off this thing. All right. That's easy. I don't know what this is. Screws, zip ties, so many zip ties. The next step is going to be count standoff holes that are in the case and make sure they correspond correctly with my motherboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Meaning we're good to go ahead and just throw this thing in there. Apparently this part is rather important.
One scratch and it's game over. Probably someone.
So now, if you can see, each hole is lining up the standoff, as it's called, underneath. That was very scary, because apparently if any of those scratch the motherboard, it dies. Now I have to find out which one of these multiple screws fits, because there's so many. But let me see if it actually screws in. That fits. Good. The motherboard shouldn't go anywhere. We're gonna flip it around to see where to plug the fans into. Blue cord out there. Linus puts them through these holes. What is this? Front panel. What does that mean? What is this? Where does this go to?
What's this? What's this? There's color everywhere.
It seems like from the manual we have multiple spots where the fans can get plugged into. 4 is fans, and I just realized now cha fan means chassis fan. They can be plugged in kind of all around. So we only have 3 prongs rather than 4. What does that mean? It does still line up with our slots. Slid in nice and easy. This is probably the closest one. 2 cha fans have been plugged in. This one has that many connections. And then if we see down there, also has that. AAF. So I'm thinking that's the thing. I feel like this is one of the ones where I also have to be cautious about. Oh, I wish I could have my other hand in here. Won't go anymore, so I assume that is all it will do.
In an investigation, assumptions kill.
Now, we have these guys. What is this? Front panel. All right, well, this one's easy. I mean, it's only gonna fit in there. I believe this is the one where you have to be extremely cautious with, because if you aren't, you can snap the pins. I kind of want to pull it out to make sure it got in there, but at the same time, that kind of defeats the purpose. It looks like it is reversible. We're gonna plug that in. There we go. F panel again, right here. You can see all the power indications that would be on the front panel. Oh, perfect. I wondered why it felt like there's so few cords. We need the power supply. They're literally all in here, in this bag that came with the power supply. There's so many things to plug into here. What the heck? Oh my gosh, what? Oh, they are labeled on the front, but they do happen to be labeled in gibberish. 24 pin motherboard. I'm assuming that's the one with the most.
Assumptions kill.
It's not this one. Is it this one? It would appear that that one is plugged into this slot. And I don't know what this is. Oh, that goes right in there. Fits like that. Why is there 2 different slots for the same thing? It seems to run on some form of electricity.
It seems to run on some form of electricity.
Oh, CPU and PCIe. What does that mean? I'm assuming this gets just plugged into in an investigation. Assumptions kill. It must go in here. What the
Falcon!
Don't need money. Okay, this looks like it has power. Oh, 450 watts. That's definitely power related. This has to plug into one spot. One spot only. Ah, interesting.
But what does it mean?
Okay, well, we know that this has PCIe written on it. Plug it in up here. That seems like that would make sense. Oh my god, these are a lot of cords. I've just been informed that that is all I need. And I like that. You know, it still feels like black spaghetti. We're gonna screw this sucker in. We're gonna put all these cords and we're gonna slide them through this hole. Is this even the right hole? Shouldn't be too hard. We only have 3 individual cords. So this one is the biggest cord, meaning it's going to go into the biggest hole. And we're gonna plug it in. I'm assuming this vibrant yellow one will be rather obvious as to where it plugs in.
It plugs into the GPU, and the GPU isn't in yet.
I think this yellow cord doesn't go in here. There's no place for it to go. I learned this actually wants to go up to the top, like this. This is just not fitting anywhere. As it turns out, this little detachable 6+2 is not what I was looking for. I was actually looking for this 8-pin, but I was a little bit confused because it's supposed to detach out, and I see how it detaches now. It's very subtle. I think this is why you don't cable manage until the very end. We're supposed to use the longer end on the motherboard and the shorter grabby thingy on the power. That's where we went wrong. My understanding is that it wants me to put the GPU right here, which means I have to unscrew 2 of these, the most expensive part of the whole PC. And why does this have a cable? I think this comes off as well. Oh, there we go. Cool, great, awesome, fine. Probably not great.
I was trying to slot the GPU in while still having the guard piece on.
I might have unscrewed the wrong slots. I think it's supposed to slip into there, isn't it? You guys are probably painfully watching that. This needs to unscrew. That's why it wasn't fitting. Oh my goodness.
I'm not proud of this moment.
I thought I was going crazy that my thing didn't fit. Good. Slip that on in. If I'm not mistaken, and I have been multiple times so far, this should be absolutely everything that is needed. If you'll join me under the desk, we're going to connect all of our ports into the PC. Hopefully it turns on, because then we'll have to unplug everything. Keyboard, mouse, this is Windows. The display cable goes right into the GPU. Last but not least, our power cord. We see power there. It is plugged into the monitor officially, so now we wait for something to happen. Oh, wait, no, we don't wait for something to happen. I have to click the power button. All right, here we go. Oh boy. All right, we got spinning fans. There we go. Nothing on the monitor yet, but I think that takes a second. We got lights. My keyboard is all lit up. Is it on? It's not on. You know what? It's probably not even in the right HDMI. That's a part of the problem. Okay, we switched officially, but we're not seeing any action.
All that work and nothing was coming up. I started this at 5 p.m. and it was now 10 p.m. But before giving up for the day, I decided to give it one more try.
Oh, I installed the exhaust on backwards.
20 minutes.
I spun the fan around because that was going to bother me. I'm gonna try turning it on again. Turn the power off and on. Now turn it back on. The light went from orange to red to now white to yellow. Words are good, but it's better when I know what they mean. There it is. This is the screen I want to see. It worked. I'm in. You can't see me. I have to go through setup now, and you don't want to see that. That's boring.
I wasn't prepared for what happens next.
You seeing this? I did it. It worked.
So I did it. I built a whole computer by myself. In one day. I wasn't able to play my game of Marvel Rivals that night, but I sure am now. And I suck at it.